So I often get asked the question, can we use our MS Teams in the contact center as well for the agents? Because like the MS Teams is more or less like a phone device also. That's the reason behind the question. Or equivalently, we have a phone device we need for the contact center agents. Can I use that for my other team members also? And I think I don't want to answer the question with it depends, but that's actually the answer. So there are actually good reasons to use the same phone setup and same phone devices for different functions in the company, and there are good reasons not to. So let me contrast two different types of contact center, and I'll take one that's only small. So let's take a contact center that's got 80 people working in it, and in one case, the 80 people are 75 customer support and service agents and 5 salespeople. And the 5 salespeople are mainly doing detailed consultancy sales with their customers, right? In the other case, we got the 80 agents, but there are 50 of them are in support and service, and 30 are doing retention calls, upsells, and so on at scale. So in other words, they work like contact center agents. In the first case, there's no way that you're going to get the 5 agents. It makes no sense to have the 5 sales agents or salespeople on the same devices and everything as the contact center. It may happen, but it's not really necessary. Why? Because they'll often take calls on their mobile, or they'll do field work or whatever it is. But in the other case, you really have contact center agents who are working at scale, meaning that there are thousands and thousands of calls to be done in contacts, and those are maybe outbound calls. They might be outbound dialer calls, whatever, and those are going to those sales agents just as if they were inbound calls. So it's really an at scale situation. In the second case, I think it does make sense to have the sales team and the customer support and service teams on exactly the same phone setup. You could ask the same thing, then you could extend that out and say, my salespeople often my customer service agents often transfer calls to experts within the company. How do we do that? And then again, you've got a reason for deploying the same device. Now, you can use MS Teams for this. So we essentially take a kind of an agnostic approach. We take a look at, okay, what devices would come into play here in the different teams? What would give each team the most advantage? And does it make sense to deploy MS Teams for everybody, or does it offer a soft phone for everybody or a browser phone for everybody? And frequently, actually, what happens is, since we allow people to select the right device for each case, that frequently within the business over a period of time, they do end up with 2 or 3 different setups. And remember, they end up with this because of choice. So, and it's always good to watch behavior as opposed to theory. So, the famous one about the focus group where Sony were trying to decide whether they do a black ghetto blaster or a yellow one, and they ask the people what do they want, and they say they want the yellow. They love the yellow ghetto blaster, but on the way out, they're allowed to pick the one that they want to take home for free, and like 95% of people take the black one, right? So I think we kind of look at behavior here and what really happens. And what really happens is people diverge. So use cases diverge. And inside the same company, you'll have MS Teams for one thing, and a native soft phone on desktop for another, native soft phone on iPad and mobiles for another case. And then again, possibly another soft phone for another team, or a browser phone. And so what we try to do is just allow the choice to take place. You choose whichever use case is the best for you, and we can assist also. That's what we like to do. We kind of like to assist people to decide, okay, what's the best in each case.